Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to another week of lunches. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another week of lunches. My name is Kira if you are new, and today I am sharing with you on this bright and early Monday morning what my kids are taking for lunch. If you are new, my son Mason, whose food is right over here, he's going to be 12 in December, and Maya is going to be 10 in June, and that is her food. And my kids do their best to take their lunch every single day. Now, for the next couple of weeks, they have nothing but 4-day weeks. So I'm gonna combine this week's of lunches, and you guys are gonna get 8 full days. This way, it's not all choppy. But today I went simple and easy. As you guys can see on the clock in the back, it's 7:17. They have to be at school at 7:30. Luckily, we live right around the corner, but we were running a little bit late this morning. So I did the good old simple peanut butter and jelly. So Maya is just taking the regular old Trader Joe's peanut butter and some Walmart Great Value peanut butter, Great Value jelly rather. So that's just a basic peanut butter and jelly for her. She doesn't like anything too special. She's taking a Baby Bell cheese. These are the Simply Cheetos Puffs, like the white ones with no dye or anything. That's that. They are taking some raspberries down in there. They just had raspberries on their last day of school on Thursday, but the raspberries don't last long from the grocery store. So I wanted to make sure they took those again. She's taking a Capri Sun Game Day Gulp. And then for her little like dessert, I did make brownies for Halloween, and I put a little bit of frosting on it, and I crushed some Oreos on top, and then I put some of those pumpkins on top of it just to make it look like a pumpkin patch. And we did not get to eat them on Halloween, so I cut them up and let the kids take them for lunch today. And then this is Mason's. So Mason has the Simply Puffs. He also has those beautiful red raspberries in there. He has a fruit punch 100% juice pouch, as well as the brownie, but instead of the cheese, he is taking 2 hard-boiled eggs. My husband did that Too Good To Go app, and they even have it from Circle K. And so for $2.99, he got a Lunchable, 2 Crustables, a big sleeve of summer sausage, and then a package of these 2 hard-boiled eggs. So they pretty much give you a fair amount for your money. This is not a sponsored video, but I do use the Too Good To Go app even at my job. We're on there as well. I'll link the app for you guys in the description box, but I absolutely love that it's a whole bunch of local food in places that get together, and then whatever leftover food that they have, they sell at a discounted price instead of throwing it away, which I really appreciate because there's homeless people on the corner. So if you're not going to give it to a homeless person, please don't throw it in the garbage. At least give it away for a discounted rate. And then lastly, Mason is taking some of the Franken butter. I already put it away, but I'll pop a picture up of it. That is the peanut butter from American Dream nut butter, which is always linked in the description box because their peanut butter is fantastic. And this one has like little pieces of Oreo in there, as well as little pieces of Reese's Pieces, and it's supposed to be like a Halloween version peanut butter, and we only have enough for like one more sandwich on that one, but he's taking that with some Nutella on his bread because he really loves that. But all right, you guys, that is it. It's now 7:21, so if I don't pack them up now, they're going to be late. So we will see you tomorrow. Nope, we won't. Tomorrow's election day. That's part of our 4-day week. We're off, so we'll see you bright and early on hump day. Good morning, you guys. If it could be a hump day, then it is. So it is definitely a Wednesday up in here. It almost feels like a very bad Monday converted into a hump day, but we have breakfast for lunch for the kids today. and the kids are pretty much well, yeah, no, their main course is completely different just because of how they can eat. So Maya is taking our very last everything bagel from the freezer. That is very, very sad, but she is taking an everything bagel, and I put some Philadelphia cream cheese on there for her. It smells amazing. I'm jealous that it is the last one. I definitely need some bagels from home. So Maya is having that, and I included her a Yo Crunch yogurt. Now the bottoms of the yogurt are just the plain vanilla yogurt, and then they have the option to mix in the top. A lot of times the kids come home with the top still and just eat the yogurt, or they'll put that on their dessert. They never ended up eating the last of the brownies the other day, and so they wanted to take them today because I had a few Halloween snacks in my Dollar Tree haul and I hadn't filmed it yet, so they didn't get it. Now it's long after Halloween, and I brought them downstairs after filming, and they're like, "Mom, a little late." I'm like, well, does it really matter? I didn't film anything all week last week, and so let's just show a few more ideas. So I have those pumpkin patch brownies that I made. It's just a regular brownie with a little bit of chocolate frosting. I crushed up some Oreos on top, and then I piped green vines and put these little pumpkin candy corns so it looked like a pumpkin patch. And then on top I put a ghost peep that I got from the Dollar Tree that I never gave the kids. So that looks good and yummy, and that's exactly how Maya asked for it. So I packed it for her the way she wanted it. And then last night we had Hawaiian meatballs over rice for dinner, and I had to cut up that fresh pineapple for the recipe, and the rest of it the kids are taking today. So there's a bunch of pineapple slices down in there for Maya. She's also taking a Z-bar in the iced oatmeal. She has some Halloween pretzels, which we're gonna have for days because we barely had any trick-or-treaters. And then she has a Country Time peach lemonade with a orange napkin. And then for Mason, pretty much like I said, the same thing, except their main course is different. Some of you have asked, like, oh, why are you giving Mason softer things, or what happened to him that you need to change up how he eats. If you missed it at the beginning of the school year, Mason broke his front teeth on a desk at school. So we had to repair them, and they pretty much said for the next decade or so, it's gonna be hard for him to eat specific things that he bites down on with his front teeth. So he can eat a bagel, he just has to peel it into parts and like stuff it into his mouth. And I don't want him to have to do that at school. So trying to do things a little softer for him. And this is the last of those flaky waffle croissants that we got from Costco. There's 2 pieces down there because this is a giant waffle that I cut in half, but he loves it. It literally is half croissant, half waffle. So it's very sweet, but it's flaky like a croissant. It's really, really good. He has a yogurt with his Oreo crumbs. He also has the same brownie and the pineapple slices. He has the Halloween pretzels with the napkin, the spoon, and the peach lemonade. But he has the iced oatmeal bar from Trader Joe's. This one is the soft baked one, so it's a lot softer than that Z bar for him to eat. But all right, you guys, that is it. That is our Wednesday hump day. We will see you tomorrow for Thursday morning.
And we did have some trick-or-treaters. We just had to go sit in our garage because Mom was just waiting for them to come knock on our door.
Right, the trick-or-treaters wouldn't come to our door, so we had to stay outside and give out candy, right?
And then we did give out a lot, actually.
Yeah, we ended up giving out some at the end. Yeah, I missed it. Well, I had to go back to work too, so none of that helped. But all right, packing them up. We'll see you tomorrow on Thursday morning. Good morning, you guys. Happy Thursday. We are running super, super late, so I'm going to go through this as super quickly as possible, but they are taking a nice piping hot lunch today, and inside of their thermos they are having the yellow aged cheddar mac and cheese from Annie's. It's so easy for me to make it in the morning when I can't think of anything to make. Mac and cheese takes all 15 minutes, so I was able to pull that together for them. So each of the kids have some mac and cheese. Mason has the Capri Sun fruit punch, and Maya has the game day gulp. I actually thought Mason was really gonna like it. He said it was okay, but Maya loved it. So Maya got that one, and Mason got the 100% juice of the fruit punch. Mason got these little donuts when he was trick-or-treating. Maya already ate hers, but Mason did not, so I put those in his lunchbox. And then she is taking the last of the pumpkin frosted cookie I had in the freezer, so she has that. Mason has a cheese stick, a fruit strip, and some strawberries. Maya has some strawberries, a fruit stick, and then she also has a little Baby Bell cheese. And then each of them are taking this sweet chaos drizzled popcorn. I got it for them from the Dollar Tree. I finally filmed, and they are taking it today. And they have their spoons, and I'm gonna throw in a napkin and pack them up, and they are out the door. We'll see you tomorrow for TGIF. Good morning, you guys. TGIF. So we have reached Fish Stick Friday, my friends, and it is 7:13, so I'm gonna pack them up quickly and get them out the door. But like I said, it is Fish Stick Friday, so I used my trusty air fryer sheet, but there is none left. There was one, but I ate it, and it was delicious. So we get the Gordon's Super Crispy Fish Sticks from Sam's Club, and Mason has 7 and Maya has 6, all toasted up in there for them. And then Maya has the Peach Country Time Lemonade, and oops, nope, I need to switch that. Mason was not a fan. There we go. So Mason has the Country Time Peach Lemonade, and Maya has the Capri Sun Game Day Gulp, which is like a raspberry apple juice. Each of the kids have these black grapes from Costco, but oh my gosh, look how huge that they are. These grapes are ginormous. Like, they had to take a huge sandwich bag of them because they're so big. So each of them have a bag of grapes. They each have one of these small Pringles containers. They each have one of the Swiss cake rolls from Walmart. And then Maya got these little fruit rolls. They are like a kind of like a fruit roll-up. She got this trick-or-treating. It's the Bear brand. It's a non-GMO apple, pear, strawberry fruit roll. So she was excited to try that, so she's taking that. And then Mason got one of these fruity snacks in his when he was going trick-or-treating, so he wanted to take that along with 2 things of ketchup. Maya did not want ketchup. I got to add in some napkins, and then they are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and pack them up. Remember, you guys, stay tuned because we have another 4-day week attached to this. So we'll see you guys bright and early on Monday morning. Good morning, you guys. Happy Monday. I wish I was feeling a little bit better and it was a happy Monday. If you see the time, it is 8:51, and I am going to drop my kids' lunches off on my way to work. I have to be at work at 10, but I am definitely coming down with something or have something. It started on Wednesday of last week. I started to feel a little bit of sinus pressure, and then throughout the week it's just continued to keep it building. I think it's more my allergies because I do feel like it lays off a little bit when I take allergy medicine. So maybe it really just is the cedar that's very high in this area during this time. But this morning when I woke up, I feel it very settled in my chest. Matter of fact, Mason still has some amoxicillin left over from his teeth, and I think I may take one to see if that makes me feel better than the sinus medicine, because I am really feeling today like everything is just so deep rooted. It's no more just a like in the sinus cavity could be allergies thing. It's very deep in my chest. And so I needed a little bit of extra time this morning. And so here we are. Now, when you step back, it almost looks like a Halloween lunch. I feel like we're pulling from the bottom of the barrel. As much shopping as I've done, I don't really buy a whole lot of sweet stuff when I go shopping, and all the sweet stuff that I just bought is all for things I put away for the holidays, so I don't really have too many things to work with for right now, but it still fits with our harvesty theme, right? Because it's still November and we can still get away with fall and harvest theme lunches for this month and then move on into Christmas as December begins. So both of the kids, you can see I got my trusty air fryer basket out, especially since I was dropping their lunch off and I knew that they had an opportunity to have a little bit more time to have something hot. They are taking chicken nuggets, so I put those Just Bare nuggets in there for them. Mason has 7 and Maya has 6. They are pretty hefty nuggets, and I have them in paper towel to keep the moisture back, and they are in their thermos, and hopefully that'll stay good and hot until it's time for them to eat. And then I have each of them have a Capri Sun 100% fruit punch juice box, and then I have the very last of these little pumpkin cookies. I've had them in a Tupperware in the cabinet, so they're still really fresh, and so each of the kids are taking the last 3 of those. Mason has a regular cheese stick because he doesn't like the Baby Bells, but Maya has a little Baby Bell cheese, so that one for her is right there. They each have one of these fruit strips from Aldi. I am gonna go and venture out to at least the other side of Austin and Pflugersville and go to the Aldi there because I'm almost out of the fruit strips. I can buy other gummies, but my kids really like these, and I usually like to go during the holiday season. So probably once Thanksgiving is over, I'm gonna go ahead and venture out. So stay tuned. You should see a haul from me at some point because I think we'll only make another month maybe on these fruit strips. So they each have one of those in the mango flavor, and then they each have these goldfish that are technically Halloween. Says the package glows in the dark, but needless to say, it's still orange. So again, it fits in with our theme. They have an orange napkin, and then they have each have 2 packets of ketchup to use for their nuggies. But all right, you guys, that was my long-winded Monday. This is our half Halloween, half harvest day, and the kids do not have school tomorrow. Remember, this is a 4-day week that we're attaching to another 4-day week. So tomorrow is Veterans Day. We do not have school. We will see you bright and early on Hump Day. Good morning, you guys. Happy Hump Day. It is a Wednesday morning at 7:08, and we are packing up the kids and getting them ready to head out. And it is breakfast for lunch today. I try and do this at least once a week if possible. I will try and switch it up as much as I can, depending on how much breakfast prep we have in the freezer. And we're kind of running low on breakfast prep. So, starting off with Mason, he is taking waffles. These are the pumpkin waffles that I had in the freezer. It's the last of them. So I put 2 waffles in here and I cut them each into 3 strips and I buttered them for him already, and I put it in here. And then he also has a little container of syrup to go ahead and pour onto his waffle. I did go to Trader Joe's. You guys aren't going to see that haul until next week, but this is their blueberries and cream yogurt. Mason really, really likes their yogurts. I let him have the lemon one. I had never gotten the lemon one before, and I let him have it after we got home, and he said it was really good. I took a bite. I thought it was really good. So definitely highly recommend those yogurts from Trader Joe's. He is taking a banana. He has some of the Halloween Muddy Buddies as just kind of like a little sweet treat. There's not much in here, but it's like chocolate peanut butter cereal. So just a handful of that. He can even put that in his yogurt if he wants to. And then down here is just a small little package that I dumped in here of the strawberry Pop-Tart bites. And he has a peach lemonade and his fork and his spoon and his fall napkin. We're gonna rock the fall napkins for the rest of this week and next week, and then we'll completely switch over to Christmas. Maya's somewhat the same thing. She does have an everything bagel with cream cheese. My girl is a bagel lover like me. She definitely enjoys them. And like I mentioned last And the last time we did breakfast, it's just kind of hard for Mason to pull apart and eat, but he'll eat one at home, just it's not as easy for him at school. So Maya has that with her little Muddy Buddies. Hers is the raspberries and cream yogurt. Again, so yummy. She wanted an apple instead of a banana. She also has her Pop-Tart bites. She has a fruit punch 100% juice, and then her spoon and her napkin. But all right, you guys, that's our Wednesday morning. We'll see you early tomorrow on Thursday. Good morning, you guys. It is 7:11 on Thursday morning, and I'm getting ready to pack the kids up. And today we did another simple day, and we just did PB&J, or Mason is taking PB and Fluff, just as a quick way to get us in and out of the door today. So we'll start off with a Mason. So I do use that Sara Lee artisanal bread. You'll see in my little bread holder that we use the big thick bread. So I always feel like the kids really take a hearty sandwich to school, and I feel like it's really filling, so I try not to give too much beyond that portion wise, just because I know this sandwich is a lot. So Mason has, being that we're sticking with our harvesty theme. Oh, speaking of, Maya, can you go in this closet right here and get the fall napkins with the little leaves on them? I did the pumpkin chocolate chip cookie peanut butter for Mason today. This really is super good. It definitely just tastes like a chocolate chip cookie with that like subtle hint of pumpkin pie in the background. It's really good. So I did this one for Mason today. Thank you, Miss Maya. I did that one for him with Fluff, and then Maya, she wanted to take her sandwich with Nutella, but she really likes all of her peanut butters with jelly. I've mentioned that before, and she wanted to take this peanut butter, the Gimme S'mores, with Nutella and jelly, and I didn't really think that was going to be the greatest. I didn't want her to try it at school and then not like it and not have a whole sandwich to eat. So when she comes home today, I'm going to put a little bit of this on a cracker with some Nutella and jelly and let her sample it, and if she likes it, then we'll do it in the future, because she really does enjoy Nutella. I just don't know how it would taste with jelly, but we will sample that today. For now, she is taking the Gimme S'more peanut butter, so it has like graham cracker pieces and little chocolate pieces and little marshmallow pieces in there. So she's taking that one with just the Great Value grape jelly. So that's what she has on her sandwich. And then each of the kids have some strawberries that I packed in their container for them. Mason is taking the Capri Sun fruit punch, and Maya is taking the Game Day Gulp. I think that's the last one of those that she is taking. And then each of the kids have a wild berry fruit strip from Aldi. Each of the kids are splitting a zebra cake that I have had frozen in the freezer, you guys. I have 2 more boxes. By the time I go back to Aldi, I will still have these ones that I got from June because I froze them. So keep that in mind. If you guys ever see snacks, things like that that are expiring out, grab them and stick them in the freezer, because this will be defrosted by the time the kids are eating lunch, and it's still great, and I didn't have to worry about expiration dates. And then Maya, look, her little grimy fingers trying to get in there right now. I got the rolled corn tortilla chips and the chili lime flavor from Trader Joe's. It's essentially like a healthier Taki, and Maya and even Izzy both said that they think these ones are almost borderline better than Takis. Maya said, Izzy said they're definitely better. Maya likes the blue ones of the Takis, right? The blue heat, your favorite. Yeah. And that one definitely doesn't taste like this, but better than a regular standard Taki. These are, right?
Chili lime Takis, which we can compare them.
Right, but regular, you think this is better than a regular Taki, not the blue heat, right?
Blue heat, because I love the blue heat.
But yes, this is better than a regular Taki. So anybody out there who's looking for some inspiration, these are better than even regular Takis. And now that's come from 4 Taki lovers. So definitely go and get yourself some of those if you like those. And then Mason, he's just taking those Simply White cheddar cheese puffs. And then that is it, you guys. Let me go and pack them up and get them out the door, and we will see you tomorrow for TGIF. Good morning, you guys. We have reached TGIF. So it is the last clip in this video, and it is Friday, and the kids are going into a full week of school next week. It's the last week before Thanksgiving break, and then we're off. Make sure you write in the comments. Let me know if you guys want to see a video of like what the kids are eating for lunch on vacation. I can do something like that, but sometimes it's not as regimented. It's whoever's home with them. Do we leave it for them? Do they eat something quickly on their own? Sometimes it's fend for themselves when they're here, but if you guys want to see something, I can try and do something a little bit more structured. But for now, this is what the kids are taking today. I'll pop up a little picture right here because I took a picture of them when they first came out of the oven. Sometimes the shadow inside of the lunchbox is a little hard to see, but I did make English muffin pizzas for the kids. I had gotten English muffins from the Dollar Tree, and then last week we did homemade pizzas. I had defrosted my sauce and I still had some left over in the refrigerator. So I took out some of that sauce and we put it on some English muffins and topped it with cheese and put it in the toaster oven, and now these kids have individual English muffin pizzas for them to take to school, which I thought they would really enjoy. And you can see inside of their box, I lined the inside of the box with foil. So now as soon as we're done filming, I'm gonna fold the foil over and contain the heat for them so that they have hotter pizza as long as possible. Down in there, again, it's super shadowed, of course. Let me tilt up a little bit here in the light, but the kids have some fresh blueberries down in there. You'll see each of the kids have some of those. And then down in this little compartment is various little pieces of crumble cookie. So usually like every other week or so, or depending on what the flavors are. There was months where we didn't do it because the flavors really were not that good, but we'll go and get our favorite flavors from crumble, and then we cut them up into little pieces, and all the family taste test them, and then we rate them and say like which ones we liked better. And we've been doing that for quite some time. And so I did get the crumble cookie for them yesterday. We got the mint chocolate chip, the caramel apple, the s'mores cookie, the Dubai cheesecake, which was actually my free one for my birthday. I haven't even used it since October. And then the Martha Stewart cookie thin. And so I cut up a few more of the pieces of cookie and just gave each of the kids a few pieces, a piece of each for their dessert. And then they each have goldfish. Each of the kids have that. And then they each have a granola bar. Maya is taking the chocolate chip and the Z bar. Mason is taking the pumpkin one. Maya, you want to grab the leaf napkins for me. Maya will grab our napkins with the leaves, and then I'm going to pack them up and get them out the door. But thank you guys so much for watching another lunch video. You guys are fantastic. You always request these. You love them, and I appreciate that you love them. And hopefully we inspire somebody's lunchbox at some point along the way. But again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.